Hello everyone, my name is Julia and welcome back to the Meet the Members series. Today we have with us Adntro Genetics, so please could you introduce yourself and tell us about your company?
Hello, thank you very much. So Adentro, which actually kind of it's a word game with inside. So what you have dentro and DNA in Spanish. What we do is we are a bridge between your genetic code and your well-being.
Nice. And what makes your company stand out from the others?
So at Adentro, what we do, people typically think that genetics is, or the genetics direct to consumer is all about ancestry, when finding, your ancestors or where do you come from. But it's much more than that. So there are a lot of genome-wide association studies that can help you understand through your genetic code how you can eat better and understand your nutrition, how you process different vitamins, minerals. So there's a whole world on how to eat better and therefore live healthier in that sense. But there is another whole area of sports. So what type of sports suit better your genetics? What type of muscle fibers do you have? So there are a lot of things in that sense that can help. So nutrition, sports, then a whole arena on pharmacogenetics. What type of drugs do actually fit better your metabolism and your organism? So typical question on should I take paracetamol or ibuprofen? So great, you can find out what is better for you. And of course, a whole arena on predisposition towards complex diseases. So one of the things that makes us different is that we provide as a complete picture as possible on your genetics and trying to help you get to know yourself better. Even, and sorry if I take too much time, just let me know, Ines. But
don't worry.
for example, behavioral genetics is quite a new and interesting arena that generates some skepticism in the sense that it sounds strange that some of the things about your behavior can be predicted somehow with your genetics, with your DNA. But these are longitudinal studies with twins trying to really assess, well, adopted by different families. So actually you can try to assess what remains despite of the educational environment. And here you can find different associations with your personality or with your behavior, from introvert or extrovert to open to different experiences. And there are a lot of studies around this. And while this is a new field, there is a lot to discover around your genetics. And Adentro tries to help everyone to explore and have a unique trip inside their unique genetic code.
That sounds really, really interesting, really. And tell me, what has been your company's biggest success or biggest failure?
So biggest success, I believe, is how people is actually reacting and the feedback that we are getting from the product. So the product itself, some of the polygenic risk scores algorithms that we use. So basically the result to understand if you are more predisposed or less than the average person, or than the average of the population towards different traits. It's been great. So the feedback, I would say, has been one of the biggest success for Adentro. And we've been in the market only for a year. So it's great, all the feedback that we're receiving. And in terms of failure, probably some of our early attempts on getting hold of a good ancestry estimate. There are big companies out there that are actually public. So for example, in the stock exchange, with millions, with thousands of employees, millions or thousands of millions in revenue. And they spent a lot of time trying to get, good estimates on ancestry. And our first attempts were not as accurate as we wanted them to be. But that early failure has become a great opportunity, because today we are extremely close to these huge companies in terms of the accuracy of the results in ancestry. In the rest of the parts, either they don't show it which we believe it's not very honest because they have your DNA, so they can give you a lot of more information when they extract your DNA than what they are giving to you. And even some other companies will sell you different kits. So the nutrition kit, the sports kit, and it's like, come on, you have everything. You should be able to help people navigate or explore the DNA in a much more open way, and that's a little bit what we do.
Okay, and let me ask you, what made you join Barcelona Health Hub?
I believe that what you guys are doing in Barcelona, it's amazing. The cluster of fantastic companies and the vibe, the location in Barcelona, it's great. And for companies that are in our sector, like it's health and well-being, it's perfect. So this was one of the main reasons to join BHH.
Sounds great. And what do you expect from us towards the future?
Well, support like this interview where you can give us a voice so we can tell people that they can explore their genetic code with just a sample of saliva. So this is still quite new in the world in terms of innovation. And giving us a voice is one of the things that we expect from the HH, from the Barcelona Health Hub, as well as support with, all the startups have faced some similar challenges in terms of gaining visibility with investors and with potential corporates, as we also work, which is something that I haven't commented yet on, but we work on bioinformatics with hospitals on the clinical side of things. So it's not only that we do genetics direct to consumer, but we also have a B2B arena where we help hospitals and patients to actually assess in a clinical setup the results from their genetics.
Okay, and is there anything else you'd like to tell us about yourself or your company?
Well, that I will encourage everyone that is watching this to try it. It's the best. It's the best recommendation because it's a unique trip, and that we want to become the partners of choice to explore your genetic code, and that we keep you updated. Just one sentence, which is your DNA doesn't change, but the progress of science is constant. So we keep your DNA updated every month. We provide new updates on your genetic code, and encourage everyone to try it. That will be my recommendation to everyone that is listening to this.
Okay, then thank you very much for your interview, and hope we meet soon and do more activities together.
Thank you very much.